Hey guys, welcome to another episode. Today I'm going to talk to you guys about lightweight aluminum aftermarket wheels. So I've got my car behind me and I've got a set of TSW Mirabeau wheels on my car. Now I replaced those from my stock regular 17s and it really changed the way the car looks, the way it drives, and the way it handles. There are a countless amount of benefits that you can get by going with larger wheels, larger tires, and aftermarket lightweight wheels. However, there's also some drawbacks. Because these aftermarket companies make these wheels larger with skinnier spokes, it does make the wheel lighter. It also makes them weaker. And that is kind of an issue that I've encountered with my car. Now I was driving on the highway and I noticed with the windows down that I kept hearing this click sound. So it was like click, 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 click. And I was like, what the hell is that? I pulled my car over and I found out that I had a little issue with my wheel. And I'll bring the camera in and I'll show you exactly what I found. So if we're looking at my car, I'm gonna come over here to the front. And I'm going to show you something that I noticed. See if I can get the camera to focus. Yeah, check that out. My wheel cracked all the way through on both spokes up here. Now, I didn't notice it until I got onto the highway. I don't think I hit anything. I don't think I went over a pothole, but again, as you can tell, I must have done something to screw it up. Now with that being said, I contacted TSW, so the guys that made my wheels, and I know that there's warranty with them. Now, I contacted them, emailed them, told them about my story, my issue. I didn't hear a single thing back from them. So, I was stuck and I actually had to buy a brand new wheel for myself out of my own pocket because they wouldn't cover me under warranty. Now, they didn't message me back or anything, which is kind of disappointing from a company. You'd expect them to be professional, but I guess not. I guess I learned not to go with TSW wheels. But that's not the point of the video. The point of the video is I'm going to be taking my wheel off and I'm going to be getting my tire and my tire pressure sensor replaced and swapped onto a new wheel that I have to replace this one. So right here I've got my new wheel and I'm going to be bringing this to BMW to install on my car. The reason why I'm going to BMW to get them to take care of my problem is because I don't really have any performance tire shops or anything around here, so I don't have access to people that know how to change low profile tires onto nice wheels like this. Now I figured BMW is probably one of the best bets around here because they work with low profile tires all the time. And their customers are, I guess, kind of picky too, so yeah. I thought it'd be a good idea and I'm gonna bring my car down to there and get them to swap it over. So I've got to take off my wheel right here and I've got a breaker bar, a socket, and a special socket for my lug nuts. So come in here, loosen up and take off each one of these so we can bring it down to BMW. So with the 5 lug nuts off the car, you also want to make sure that you have your hub-centric ring removed. Now, if you guys have aftermarket wheels, you might have a little piece of plastic or a little piece of aluminum that goes on the inside of the wheel right here and sits inside of here so it stays flush and doesn't move when it's mounted on the car. I'll show you guys what that looks like right here. This is what I'm talking about. It's like a little ring that goes and clips in on the back of the rim like this. Now it sits flush so that when you mount this onto your brake rotor on your car, the car isn't going to want to, or the wheel, sorry, isn't going to want to move and shake when you put it on. You want to make sure that you keep this if you're bringing your car to the dealer. So just bringing you guys in, this is the spoke that's completely messed. Now when I took it off, I was kind of surprised because I also found a little cracking on every other spoke too. Come on, camera focus. See those little veins, those little cracks? You can find them on all the rim, or on all the spokes. You can see that this wheel is basically dying. It's basically shot and needs to be replaced. So what I'm going to get them to do is I'm going to get them to replace my tire pressure sensor that's mounted inside the wheel. And I'm also going to get them to get my tire and swap it over to this new one so I can have this on my car and drive safely with it. Alright guys, so I just left the BMW dealership and I've got my replacement rim in the back and the old one right here. They swapped it over and they did a good job. I didn't see any scratches, any dings, anything on the rim, so for 20 bucks, I'd say that's a good job. So let's go back to my place and let's install this thing back on my car. With the tire now mounted on our new wheel and the old wheel is now off the car and everything, we can now put this back on and have this installed. Now this is balanced, the tire pressure sensor was installed, and everything looks good on this wheel. So we can go ahead and first grab our hub-centric ring, mount it on the back side of the wheel, right in there, and then mount this on the car. If you have stock wheels, you're not going to have to install one of these rings on it, only because your wheel was actually designed for this. for this brake right here. Because this is an aftermarket wheel, I had to get these rings, install them there, so that when I mount the rim onto the actual brake and everything in the studs, it actually mounts and seats itself over top of this little ridge on the inside of the brake. Be careful when you're installing this because you don't want to go ahead and ding it and break your new wheel or whatever, so just be careful and slowly put it on. With the wheel now installed on the car, we can safely now lift the car in the air, remove the jack stands, lower the car back onto the ground, torque up all those lug nuts, and then go for a spin and enjoy our new wheels. With this old rim now out of the way and our new wheel on the car, I can now drive the car safely and enjoy it. If you guys have any questions regarding aluminum wheels or putting your wheels on your car or whatever, please post your comments down below and I'd be happy to help. Again guys, thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.